Hey, it's Kyle here, and today I'll be reviewing The Currents of Space by Isaac Asimov. This is a book in his Galactic Empire series, which is very loosely a series. In reality, it's 3 standalone books that are basically chronicling events in the galaxy in the lead up to the planet Trantor forming the first Galactic Empire. If you've ever read the Foundation series by Isaac Asimov, which is probably the books he's the best known for, that is the empire that exists at the beginning of the Foundation series. So these books, like I said, are kind of connected to the Foundation series, but they're so far in the past that there's no connection with the characters. In the books in this series, these 3 books are, like I said, again, very loosely connected to each other. For example, in the first 2 books, there are no characters that transition between the 2 books. They're set massively apart in regard to the timeline. It's just more like, here's critical points in the path on the journey of Trantor being able to form a galactic empire. So basically kind of like some interesting galactic events set in the same galaxy that the Foundation series takes part in. But you don't really have to have any knowledge of the Foundation series to enjoy this book. I would say, even though this is the second book, you could read this book, not read the first book, and you have no idea it's actually connected to the series. It very much is set up as a standalone book. So if you're a fan of the Foundation series, I think this is a book you'll maybe want to check out. But if you've never read the Foundation series, but you're just into sci-fi, this is a good, quick, short, standalone book by Isaac Asimov that I think you'll enjoy. When I say this book is short, it is short. It's just a little over 200 pages. It's a very quick read. So again, since you can read it as a standalone book, if you're just looking for maybe a way to kind of check out to see if you enjoy Isaac Asimov's writing style, or you're just looking for a quick sci-fi read, this is a great book to check out. I'll give you a very basic overview of the plot, but I guess it's just a short book. I don't really get into too much of the details. But basically the book starts, we're introduced to this character, the scientist, who is basically forecasting that specific planet is in extreme danger of being destroyed, and basically the planet needs to be warned so the population can evacuate because everybody's life's at risk. We don't know who, but somebody decides this information needs to be kept secret and basically does a medical procedure to erase this guy's mind. And then very quickly into the story, we're reintroduced to this scientist who now basically has amnesia, has no idea who he is, has no idea that he's a scientist, has no idea about his prediction. And slowly over the course of the book, this character, via some other individuals he meets on the planet, begins to regain his memory, and they begin the journey trying to figure out what's going on with this individual, why was his memory erased, what was so dangerous about what he knew that it needed to be erased, and who was behind this, who was behind erasing this memory. So it's kind of like a sci-fi slash mystery, a little bit of an Agatha Christie element in there, mixed in with some classic sci-fi from Isaac Asimov. Very interesting book. Really enjoyed the characters, enjoyed the concept, and I was definitely guessing along the way who I thought the guilty party was, because this book starts, you don't know who the guilty party is. It's that identity is never revealed, so the entire book you're trying to guess along. Who do you think is involved in this conspiracy? And I was very satisfied how it ended. I'll say I did not guess correctly, but the way it was revealed, I also think it was illogical and it made sense. A lot of times with a mystery, I hate it when they reveal what the mystery is and it makes no sense what's regarded under the plot. This mystery reveal did make sense in the plot. So very interesting, satisfying reveal. I really enjoyed it a lot. So if you're looking for a quick sci-fi read, I would definitely recommend The Currents of Space by Isaac Asimov. If you're into the Foundation series and you just want to read more set in that galaxy, the books in the Galactic Empire series, I think are something you'll want to check out. They're quick reads, they're very enjoyable, and it gives you a little bit more of taste of that Foundation series that I think so many people love so much, me included. So let me know in the comment section below, what is your favorite book by Isaac Asimov? He's written several classics, let me know, and maybe if it's one I haven't read yet, I'll check it out. If you enjoyed this review, please hit that like button. If you haven't, please subscribe to the channel. I really appreciate support. Thanks for watching. I'll see you the next time, and happy reading.